The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it's Monday. Get you going with this one.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
Yes, that's how we get going. Let's go. It is Monday. It is 6:05. It's 33 degrees outside. A lot for you today. Less than an hour away, 7 o'clock. How about this for GTFO? Green Day in San Francisco.
That's fun. That's just fun times right there.
That's pretty good. And then also ex-ambassadors tickets for the House of Blues coming up in Clash with Kenzie just after that around 7:10. We'll get you on the phones. We'll draw the winner. Actually, call them at 8:50 of last week's GTFO. That'd be Foo Fighters San Diego.
Ooh.
Yeah. Plus, we got weigh-ins today at 8 o'clock.
Oh, God.
Now, I can say
And that's where your expectations for the show can plummet.
that's where things go downhill quickly.
Yep.
The weigh-ins, in case you just joined us for the first time ever, myself and Case, the producer, we are fighting for I don't know what we're fighting for anymore. It's a weight.
I don't really know. I think that you have to fight for a longer competition because this isn't going well.
It'd probably be better if we, extended it. But Friday is it. It was dry January, but we're here. We started a little late. So
Wait, you're like, this is your last weigh-in?
this is the last official weigh-in to try to have an end to the competition, but it's going to definitely have to continue. And then Kenzie.
You think?
Yeah.
Did you gain weight? This is the worst.
Yeah. I've actually never been in negative territory the whole month.
Yeah, this is the opposite of what's supposed to happen. Like you have to accomplish something.
Yeah, but it's my fault if I don't, so I can't just extend the competition just so I can lose a few more pounds.
But I think it would be interesting. I think there's a lot of people on this journey of the new year. And albeit, I think a lot of people doing better than you on this journey in the new year.
Without question. Now, Case, the producer, has alluded before the show that he worked out at Planet Fitness 6 times last week.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm into it.
I thought you were going to say before the show you worked out at Planet Fitness. Jesus. Time did you get there, you Terminator?
Yeah. Yep. Came in and started his first workout at midnight, then another one at 1. Another one at 2.
You gotta wake up pretty early to beat me, okay?
That's right.
Mark Wahlberg over here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens around 8 o'clock with the weigh-ins and see if Case has been in negative territory.
I'm proud of Case. I am.
For a pound and a half?
No, it's very demeaning.
Oh, shut it, fat ass.
Really?
But he gave up his favorite thing. He gave up soda, which is like, okay, like that's a daily, like with everything beverage. That's really hard. He did his best to go grocery shopping and buy healthy food, and he spent money to join a gym and actually went.
Yeah, well, you don't know what my plan is.
No. I know this. I know you texted me Friday that you're having ice cream. I know that.
I was celebrating, which we'll talk about in our weekend recap.
Well, you have to have a little treat.
Yeah. I was celebrating being, as Kenzie booked me on Windy City Weekend. It was a great time. And
Windy City Live.
No, it's Windy City Weekend now.
Oh, is it? All right, my bad.
Okay, yeah. They changed the name, so both are correct.
Okay, I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's both okay. So calm down over there.
Brian was on for 5 minutes and was like, well, I got to treat myself.
Yeah. I walked all the way over to ABC7. The walk over and back was longer than I was on the show, to be honest.
For sure. Yeah. Because you were like, and I tried to explain that to you. I'm like, you're going to be on the round table. You're not the co-host, which is when you have to be there the whole show.
Yeah. Although I stayed the whole show, and I'll tell you about that later, though, Kenzie.
Oh, God.
So the weigh-in's coming up at 8, but the most important thing today at 6:08 is today is Kenzie's due date for her baby.
Yup.
And the baby's still inside. Don't want to come out yet.
Still here.
Yep.
He's already not listening.
Oh, boy. So do you feel like it could come today or no? So you just feel like a normal wake-up day?
I don't know. I haven't felt normal in 4 weeks, so
Okay.
that's tough. I really was so convinced he would come by his due date. Like I was like, because he's like kind of ahead on the growth pedal a bit. And so is Mama.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so he's gonna come a little early because doctors can be off just a little bit, right?
Sure.
So like technically, I could be like 41 weeks pregnant if they have, or 40 weeks plus a few days. Like if they were like off on their calculations a little bit, that happens a lot where you're, within a week or two range of what they guess. So
Sure.
it's like, because he's ahead of the growth curve, I'm like, well, maybe I'm actually like 41 weeks pregnant or something. Because, when you're ahead of the curve, you think like that. And I'm like, oh my God, he's not moving. I was so convinced he was going to come early because of that. It's the due date. We did a little bet in our family last night. Me, my husband Roman, and Tristan. So we all bet a date and time. And my son Tristan bet tonight by 7:30. And I'm like,
He's at the high odds on DraftKings
It's a
there.
long shot.
About plus 1,100 probably that one.
And I gotta be honest, I have never in my life hoped my son was right more.
Yeah.
Like, God, I hope you're a little genius.
Well, we're about to find out. And I don't think it's going to happen during the show, but you never know. So
Never
stay
know.
here every second, every minute. It could happen. We'll see what goes down. But remember, again, just about an hour away, 7 o'clock. Chance to get the Green Day in San Francisco, GTFO at 7 a.m.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with a fact that makes your brain go. We'll give you the full fact here at 6:30 coming up. But you're doing something right now, Chicago. You're doing something exactly right at this moment, possibly, that you could stop today, and it will help you not get Alzheimer's disease later on in life. So you're doing something that's building up to it, and you just stop it right now, and you'll be good. Now, I don't know how many people out there really think and care about the end of their life. Hopefully, Alzheimer's, if it hits you, it only
Oh my
hits you. at
God,
the-
you should totally care if you get Alzheimer's. It'd be like a huge bummer.
So do you think of that? Because I think some people,
Yes.
There's some people I know that just live their life exactly like they want to, and they say, you know what, if I lose, 6 or 7 years of the back end of my life, I don't care because it's going to suck anyway at the end, and I want to just live and have fun now in the good years.
Imagine okay, here's the thing. To an extent, I understand what people are saying, but when it comes to things like Alzheimer's and stuff, first off, you can have it a really long time.
That's
So
right.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not one of those instant things. It's only the last 3 months. You have it for a long time. And imagine how terrifying that is.
Oh.
And lonely that. I am so scared of that happening. So scared. And then you make other people sad and you don't even mean to. And it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be a mess. I can't do it.
Yeah. There's a commercial right now with a woman talking to an older man at a bus stop, and they make it seem like she's going to visit her dad, but her dad is the one next to her and is asking all these questions. It seems like it's a stranger. It's terrible. It's a tearjerker, man. I'm crying on the couch there. I'm just going, ugh, when I'm just trying to watch my last couple episodes of Entourage. It was before we got to it. The commercials were going there, and I'm like, ugh.
Oh, it's
God.
tough.
And you're right. People can get Alzheimer's in their 50s or 60s even. It can be diagnosed then.
Well,
and it's,
even looking at people are gonna be like, that's not a real show, but still. This Is Us. Did you ever watch This Is Us?
I never watched it.
Oh my God, you really should.
I know.
With Megan, that would be a good show for both of you.
But everybody said the next day, they was I cried last night. Even the toughest people I know were saying they were crying on TV last night. I'm like, do I need to cry?
I used to call it This Is Sad. That's what I used to call it.
Did you watch that showcase?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't run towards sad things like that.
But it's not it's also not, okay, there's definitely sad stuff, but there's also really, really happy, good stuff. It's like a show about life. So you're on that journey. So it's sad, then it's so warm and fuzzy, then it's so you're like, oh damn, what's gonna happen? It's like a mixture.
Wait, what's the third emotion?
Okay, what is gonna happen there?
It's what's going to happen there?
Okay.
Emotion. Yeah. And they give you happiness because you know the sad's coming and it ruins the happiness.
Yeah, but you guys know me. I have a hard time processing happiness anyways. So
Oh,
it's not the show for me.
preach, brother.
Oh.
We made it very clear that I don't like celebrating anything on Friday.
Yeah, it's the sign that something bad is about to happen.
Yeah, it's better just to live under the radar and everything's a surprise and everything is good. But, yeah, listen.
What?
I just faded off. For a second and just got really sad that I'm going to get Alzheimer's. Now, I have a feeling I will. I don't know why. I just have a feeling.
We are going to mess with you so bad. Case and I are going to make it suck.
You know what'll suck is I won't know it either. Like, I'll just think you
I
guys
know.
are. That's going to be terrible. I have to, like, hopefully Megan won't be in on the joke. You guys already looped Megan in on this?
No, Megan's in.
Oh, Jesus.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Chicagoans, you can stop doing something right now and you won't get Alzheimer's. We'll tell you what that is at 6:30.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this one involves Alzheimer's disease. Terrible, and no one wants this at the end of their life. And sometimes it's genetic, you can't help it. And I should have prefaced this by saying there's something you can stop doing today, and it will prevent it. Now, of course, it could have been something like, eat more apples or move around more, get 15,000 steps a day. It's none of that. This is super easy. It won't involve effort at all, I think.
What is it?
Stop picking your nose. Stop picking your nose, and that can prevent Alzheimer's disease. Now, here's why.
Is that a common thing that grown adults are doing?
Picking their nose?
Yeah.
I've seen people at stoplights do it, and they're grown-ass people. It's not little
Ew.
kids always. You don't see nose pickers on your drive home?
Ew. No.
I mean, I got Case in the car with me on our ride home. He doesn't pick his nose.
Not in the car with you, no.
Do you do it once you get out of the car?
Every once in a while, yeah.
It's disgusting.
But sometimes you got something in there that you can't really blow out.
Yeah.
You got to get the excavator tools and dig in.
Yeah.
I can't have this conversation.
Well,
I'm gonna throw up.
Well, here's why.
It's just my nose.
Oh God.
Now take a look at his nose. You can't stop
I don't
looking
want
at
to
his
see
nose.
it. What do you mean it's just your nose? Shut up.
I got a few bats in the cave.
I don't want to deal with the holes in other people's bodies.
That's where you and I differ.
Oh, gross.
Case's orifices in his face are very disgusting.
I'm a bit of an orifice expert.
Yeah. So basically, a review of tons of studies on the mechanisms behind neurological diseases has collected strong evidence that people who frequently pick their nose are at a higher rate of risk in developing Alzheimer's disease. And it's because of the viral, bacterial, and fungal pathogens entering the brain through the nose and the olfactory system. I like that word olfactory because it's kind of like, the old factory upstairs.
Wait, how do you spell it? Because I thought you were saying olfactory.
It's olfactory, so it's O-L and then factory.
But it's all one word?
Yeah, so it's not old factory, but I always like the old factory upstairs.
Oh, I thought it was like that.
Yeah, it's
That's
not.
funny.
Olfactory. So the neuroinflammation of the nose when you pick it can cause Alzheimer's disease, at least because viral, bacterial, fungal, all that stuff you do can increase that going to your brain, which could eventually cause Alzheimer's disease. So if you stop picking your nose today, it can reduce it significantly, your odds of getting Alzheimer's disease. So stop picking your nose.
That makes sense.
That's wild.
It's the closest you can get to your brain, basically. So,
I know.
Yeah.
Especially if you're,
I wonder if not using those Q-tips in your ears stops it too.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
I
not,
feel like what?
do you not use them? Q-tips?
Here and there, I clean out my ears, but I always feel weird. It always hurts. Every time I do it, I hit something that hurts, and I don't know what that something is, and it makes me nervous.
Have you considered not going as deep? I feel like you're maybe just
I'm
jamming it into
I'm not though. Look how big a Q-tip is. I'm not going anywhere like that.
Oh, but don't you think the Q-tip feeling in your ear is just joyous? It feels so good, or you don't like it?
It effing hurts. I'm like, what is in there
Okay, I
that
think
I'm touching?
I might side with Case on this. I think you're jamming it in.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm barely it's just right. I'm like, there's probably stuff in there that I can't reach, and it hurts so bad.
Huh. I like the feeling. I
So-
like of wiping everything out.
Brian, can I ask you a question about cleaning your ears?
Yeah.
Do you like the main ear cavity? Is that what feels good, or sort of the outer rim? Because I like when I get the outer rim of the ear.
Well,
You like a rim job?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is that what you're just gonna
It's
say?
6:36, Kenzie. Good Lord.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're the one who said it.
I mean, at 8:36, it'd still be a rim job. But I agree. That little outer wipe of the Q-tip, it's kind of like foreplay.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels so good.
It's tantalizing.
Yeah, then you go in.
That's weird.
You don't do that, or you just go right in, Kenzie?
So it doesn't feel like I've never been like, oh my God. Like that's, I can't even say what I want to say because you guys are mad about the rim job comments.
No, let's be clear. Case is mad about the rim job. I'm not mad
I
about
don't know if
it.
I was mad. I think I was just taken aback.
Yeah.
Well, you said it. You said you like it on the rim.
Kenzie, say what you want to say. I'm
No,
not going to judge.
No, it's just like it's not gonna make me horny because I put a Q-tip in my ear. Like I don't understand what you guys are saying.
That's where you and I are different.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And highlights of your weekend. What'd you guys do this weekend? If it was hanging out around the house, it was weird to not have football. I mean, you had the Pro Bowl, which I actually enjoyed, the flag football game. I didn't think I would, but I did. And that's coming up in sports more about what happened in that game. And
The Pro Bowl's actually a flag football game?
Yes. Yeah. They changed it because players were getting so hurt in a game that doesn't matter. It's supposed to be fun. And then players just said, I'm not going to show up. I'll take the Pro Bowl award, but I'm not going to play because I can't risk an injury. So they finally said, let's just do a flag football game. And
Oh my God.
I know. It's, Kenzie, it's actually really good. I thought it was stupid when they first did it. Like, oh, the wussification of America. They're not going to play football. But it's really awesome to watch these guys play flag football.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was actually flag football.
Yeah, that's what it is. And it was pretty good. I watched it, though. I did that. Also, just to say how I started off my weekend, thanks again to Kenzie for booking me on Windy City Weekend on ABC 7. It was live at 11:30, and there's a lot of stuff still on the socials and the replays. You can find it on our site. But it was really cool.
Did you have fun?
I had a blast. I really
Good.
did. They're such good people, Ryan Shiverini and Val Warner.
Oh, yeah. They're
And-
the best.
And the entire behind-the-scenes staff, too, there. Everybody was incredible.
Absolutely. Justina is our head producer, and she's incredible.
Just really
Yeah.
nice. They treated me like family, walked in there, and it went really fast, faster than I thought. Because, this radio show went on for 4 hours.
Yes.
And it's 20 hours a week. And, they rip through topics quicker. It's TV. It's a completely different animal.
Well,
And
right, especially when you're doing the host chat segment, because it's not even, their show is like 30 minutes or whatever. It used to be an hour, now it's 30 minutes. And then you're just doing the host chat, and like everything's condensed. So it's like, 5 to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
for that segment.
Yeah, that's how my weekend went. I felt good about it. A couple things, though. First off, I really looked like the Kembe Mutombo on that screen. I'm big. I'm like huge. I don't know.
Well, you sat on the, I don't sit there. Like Megan and I talked about it. Your wife and I were texting.
Oh, that's
and,
nice.
And she
Talking
goes,
about my fat ass on the end chair.
I just had a completely side chat with Megan because we were talking about baby stuff because Megan and I just, we love talking about baby stuff and texting. So we're texting. And then she was like, oh, Brian's going to be complaining about this angle. And she goes, he looks great head on. And I go, you never sit on the end of the table. I don't sit there.
Well,
I refuse to sit there.
I couldn't say like, hey, Val, I want your seat in the middle.
No, you could. No,
Hey, scoot on over, baby.
Hey.
I've been there long enough where I make jokes with because I know a lot of the staff, so I'll be like, we need to we gotta scooch it in because that end thing, you're just really, really close to the side angle camera.
Yeah.
So I can't, that's not a game I can play. Mama's not down.
Well, yeah, especially me being 6'4", and you're closest to the camera. And Ryan Shiverini's actually tall. He's about 6'2", I think.
Oh, yeah, he's super tall.
But
yeah.
I dwarfed him because I looked like this ogre that came in there on the TV. It was
You looked like a very nice ogre with a button up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Thought it was good. I got really good pictures of you that you didn't post.
Oh, you're right. I got to post those. I will post those on Facebook.
I don't understand. You literally post pictures of your feet and boxes of pizza, and then you were on TV, and you had a ton of pictures sent to you, and you posted none of them.
I'll post them right now. Get them up there. We'll do that. I'm sorry. I should have posted those. You're right.
I just don't understand. Your barometer for what you should post, half the things you post, I wouldn't even put on my story. And then you go on TV and you're like, eh.
That's that whole celebration fear that I have, that
Down
whole
with
thing,
Brian.
looking good on there. And thank you. That's really nice because I looked at the video and thought, oh, I'm monstrous. If the leg fell out, I would crush Val and kill her. It would just be.
Don't you think the pictures I sent you that were head on, you had your lower third with your name on it, you didn't think those looked nice?
Very, very nice. You're right. I did. I'll post those so people can judge for themselves and see how good I looked. I also say this. Val Warner and Ryan Shiverini in person, they're beautiful.
Yes, they are.
Holy cow. Because sometimes you meet people that are on TV, and they have all the makeup caked on them, and you can see they're hiding all these lines and stuff like
Brian's
that.
talking about me. He's like, I thought Kenzie was going to be pretty, but, you know.
Oh, a little much on the makeup there. But no, they were pretty, man. They're really.
And what's really cool is they literally are beautiful inside and out.
Yes, they are.
And they have nobody should ever be mean, but they could totally have egos. They've had a really successful show.
Sure.
They are beautiful. They're all these things, and they're just so nice. I love them.
Also, Kenzie, who told me not to embarrass her with her friends on TV
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
I did something that was a little, I don't know if it was cringy or whatever. So we get done with the segment, and I go sit back in the stands. They have these seats there for when they have an audience in there. And I sat there because Richard Roper was coming on to review Argyle. And I go, oh, okay, I want to see this. I love Richard Roper. And I sat there, and then the show ended. I'm kind of in the dark area, so Val and Ryan start walking out. The show's over. And then I start walking out, and Ryan goes, oh, you're still here. And I go, oh, yeah, I wanted to see the end there. He goes, oh, yeah, people usually just leave right after their segment. They get out of there. They got,
Oh, my
They have other
God.
jobs.
they got something else to do. I go, dude, it's Friday. I'm off the air at 10. I got nothing to do. What do you want to do? You want to go to Sports Bar, get some wings?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Want to watch a little soccer? Come on. Let's head over there.
Did a strip club name come out of your mouth? Did you pitch a strip club to Ryan Chiaverini?
I pulled back at that point.
Thank
I go,
goodness.
yeah.
No, Brian was like, let's go watch Argyle. Wasn't that with you? Good?
Actually, Richard Roper trashed it.
Did he?
He said it was terrible.
Oh,
man,
no.
he didn't hold back. He ripped it apart, man. I don't know if
Oh,
anybody
boy.
saw it this weekend, but he did not think it was a good movie. But yeah, I was a little like, I'm kind of like that George Costanza in Seinfeld where he shows back up to work after he got fired. That's kind of what I felt like.
They're going to turn on the lights on Friday and you're already sitting in there.
I got my papers. Okay, guys, what are we talking about today? Let's go. Well, that was my weekend. That started off great. Kenzie, your weekend is still in the countdown of the baby, obviously, and today's the due date of your baby.
Today is the due date. What's funny is that I'm on the radio with you and we're still getting a lot of texts going, Kenzie, are you in today or did you have the baby? And I'm like, well, I'm talking.
Yep, you're here.
So it's just interesting. I don't know. The texts are interesting. So it was just kind of cracking me up. But today is the due date. I will be getting, if the baby doesn't come on his own over the next few days, my scheduled induction is, which I don't know if that's the right terminology, is Wednesday. Right, is Wednesday night. So that's finally gonna happen, I suppose. So, I've been I just want this baby to come, and now I'm like, whatever, because it will make it by, we'll kick off the process on Wednesday. So
no
we'll
matter
see.
what, baby's coming Wednesday night or whatever, Wednesday.
No,
the
we start
process.
the process.
Yeah.
He'll most likely come. My doctor is, guessing, but she goes, he'll probably get here Thursday.
So Megan
Well,
did,
if you-
Megan did exactly the same thing, and the baby, by the time went into labor, it was only 35 minutes of labor, and at 10:11, 101.1, like Q101, the baby arrived. Harper got here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, because she'll get induced at the same time as me. I'm gonna get induced at 8, and that's when Megan got induced.
Yep.
And then she gave birth by basically 10 in the morning.
Yeah, 10:11, it was done.
Was she able to sleep that night? Because I am it's going to be weird to go in at 8 at night. I'm going to get up super early that morning for the morning show.
Yeah, not really.
And I'm I'm going to be exhausted.
Yeah, not really.
And I was wondering in the early stages of the medicine, if it hasn't really kicked in, the pain, maybe you can knock out a little bit.
You can go out, but the problem is the nurses come check on you about every 10 or 15 minutes to do something.
Oh, no.
So you're just getting into the REM sleep there. You're dreaming. It's wake up, you got to check your pulse. They check your pulse a lot. Nurses do that a lot when you're pregnant.
Oh, my God. I'm can't you see the chest going up and down? Are you breathing? Can't you see that?
See these things? They're
I'm
going up
crushing
and down?
it.
Nope. They got to use the real machines. They just do a lot. There's a lot of things. In fact, Megan didn't pass out, and then I didn't pass out either with all this process, which was really hard. That was really hard for me.
Oh, my God. Well, I just think about I'm going to wake up for the morning show that day and then go in at 8 at night.
Yeah, I didn't
and
say-
probably not be able to sleep. I'm going to be delirious, I think.
Yeah, I did the same thing. But I didn't deliver the baby.
You're driving me insane.
Brian, I'm really glad you made it through that process.
Oh, it was, traumatic. But you know what? All I do, I don't wake up to lose, so I take care of business.
You go where the fish are, baby.
That's right, man. Well, Case, what about your weekend? Did you have anything highlight worthy?
I watched pro wrestling with my girlfriend, which is always funny because she doesn't like it and she doesn't get it. But there was like a big AEW show on Saturday that I was really into. And it's just very funny being put in a position where your significant other is not picking up what you're putting down, is not into the thing you're into, and she can't even wrap her head around it. But she lets me talk about it and explain what's going on. It was fun. I felt love in that moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
So once again, I spent time with my girlfriend. Sorry to be that guy.
Yeah, that's it?
Yeah, sorry.
None of us were mad about that.
I
What do you
know.
mean?
I felt silence in the room.
See how defensive he is? Oh, you spent
Well,
time with your girlfriend.
no one cared you hung out with your girlfriend. You just didn't do anything that interesting with her.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.